Have you ever wondered what's really going on when you click a link or tap a button online? Well, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how the websites you use every single day are actually put together. And hey, don't worry if you're new to this stuff. We're going to break it all down step by simple step.
You know that feeling when you're on a website, you hit buy now, and everything just works? It kind of feels like magic, right? But behind that screen, there's a really clear, logical process happening. And together, we're going to demystify the whole thing.
All right, let's get the official term out of the way. The whole process of building websites is called web development. That's the name for all the work that goes into everything from a simple blog to a giant platform like Netflix. You could really call it the art and the science of making things for the web.
Now, I know that might sound super complex, but the core idea is actually simpler than you'd think. See, every website you visit is really split into two distinct parts that have to work together in this perfect partnership to create the experience you see on your screen.
And those two sides, they're called the front end and the back end. The front end, which is also called the client side, is basically everything you can see and touch, the layout, the colors, the buttons. It's the part that's running on your device, the client. And the back end, or the server side, well, that's the engine room. It's all the invisible work that happens on some other powerful computer, a server, that makes the front end actually do anything.
To really make this whole idea stick, let's use an analogy that I think makes it all click. Just think of every website you visit as a restaurant. Seriously, this one simple comparison is going to help everything else just fall right into place.
Okay, so let's start with the part you already know really well, the front end of the website. That's the dining room of our restaurant. It's the entire space that's been designed from top to bottom purely for the customer's experience.
So just think about what's in that dining room. The design and decor, that's the website's branding and style. The layout of the tables is just how the text and images are all arranged on the page. The colors on the walls, that's the site's color scheme. And that menu you're holding? Well, that's basically the navigation bar. Every button you press is like an interaction you're having inside that room.
So, if the front end is this beautiful, welcoming dining room, what's the back end? You guessed it. It's the kitchen. It's totally hidden from view, but it is absolutely where all the real work gets done. I mean, without the kitchen, the dining room is just a pretty but totally useless empty space.
So what's actually going on in this kitchen? Well, all those stored ingredients in the pantry, that's the website's database, holding all the data. The chef's secret recipes, that's the application's logic, the code that figures out what to do. Managing reservations is a perfect way to think about user accounts and logins. And the oven and stove actually doing all the cooking, those are the powerful computers we call servers.
Okay, so this is the crucial part, right? We've got a dining room and we've got a kitchen. They're two totally separate places, but they have to communicate perfectly. So how does your order actually get from your table to the chef's? And more importantly, how does the food get back to you?
It all connects just like this. When you click a link on a website, that's you ordering from the menu in the dining room. Your browser then sends that request over the internet. That's the waiter walking your order back to the kitchen. Then, in the back end, the server gets to work, processing your request just like the chef's cooking your meal. And finally, the server sends the finished page back to your browser, the waiter brings your food to the table, and poof, the website loads.
At the end of the day, you just can't have one without the other. A beautiful front end with no back end is just a pretty picture that doesn't do anything. And a powerful back end with no front end is like an amazing kitchen that nobody could order from. It is, through and through, a team effort.
So, I'll leave you with this. The next time you're browsing online, just take a second and think about this whole restaurant model. Ask yourself, are you just seeing the dining room that's right there in front of you? Or can you now picture that complex, busy kitchen working hard behind the scenes to make it all happen?